Okay, so
Now entering a safe area.
I missed
Warning.
3 days.
Exiting the safe area.
I mean, kinda. I wouldn't say I missed it. I didn't forget. I knew that I wasn't going to be doing it. The first night was because I went to a movie with family. And that was a lot of fun. And I liked it. But I got home and immediately passed out. The next day, I was just completely fucking wiped. Went to bed at around 8 and woke up at like 2. And so, you know, can't exactly record then. And the last night, I was doing something productive. So I let the time continue because I was doing something that I thought was more productive than this. And I don't blame myself for it. I think I did the right thing when it came to, you know, me getting sleep. And I think I did the right thing when it comes to me, you know, doing something productive instead of the logs. And I think I, you know, did the right thing by, you know, watching a movie with my family instead of, you know, doing this.
How do you think this is gonna help exactly? Nail to the door frame. Keep people out. Haven't you ever seen any zombie movies? These are people, not zombies. They're a lot smarter. And they have guns. Besides, how do you propose we get out again? Come on, man. Get with the program.
I love the NPC dialogue in this game. But yeah, you're probably wondering what productive thing I was doing. Well, you guys aren't because no one's watching this, but you know. I probably am. Was that a pistol? Yes, I'm holding it. Yes, it is indeed a pistol. Astute observation, civilian. But yeah, I have been doing tabletop games with a group of friends for the past year and a half. I've made a lot of my best friends from it, and I've actually gotten a lot of good connections that will probably help me out later in life through it. So, but I've always been a player. I've never been the GM. I decided to take a bit of a leap and try to be a GM. Learn the system, which is Mutants and Masterminds third edition, and just try to create a compelling story for my friends to interact with and have fun cracking. I am fully aware that my friends will probably not follow my plan. That's why you have contingencies. It's kind of funny because I actually got in a bit of an argument with my sister tonight while I was. I'll deal with you in a second. Thank you. Thank you for waiting. Sniper battle. Oh, wrong gun. Sniper battle. Hey, you pulled out your pistol. That's not fair. No, yeah. Because, you know, railroading is considered a cardinal sin in tabletop gaming, but the thing is, if you want if you want the players to continue the story, then you kind of need to push them. I don't mean put them on rails and force them to stay on the path. I mean just if they wander off the path too much or they spend too long off the path, just create a natural incentive. Don't force the player. Forcing a player is never the right thing to do, ever. You don't want to force the players to do anything. Forcing players is a great way to make your players hate you and hate your game and hate your story because they feel like they're being forced to do it. But if you don't, but you don't need to force them. A great example of a natural, natural motivator is curiosity. The players, and by extension their characters, are gonna be curious. So if you want them to head in a certain direction, have a scripted event of sorts. Not something that, is deadly or anything like that. But it means the masterminds are playing as a superhero. So you're gonna want to save people. So if they happen to see a helicopter crash in this direction, well, that direction is where they're probably gonna end up going. That's what I mean by natural incentive. Give the player characters
Jamming device active.
a reason to go there. It's not difficult to do this, either. It seems like it is. But the trick is to make it natural. Don't force them. Don't say, uh-oh, if you don't... Don't say, you are compelled for some reason or another to go to this airplane crash site. No. This system is a superhero system. So of course players are going to want to see what's going on. Of course players are, if there's a plane crash, if there's a plane that's on fire, and it's, if there's a plane crash, then, say an engine is on fire and it's crashing in this direction, it's a superhero game. So, of course they're going to go toward where the plane is. And that's their job as a superhero, is to save people. And there are people that are in danger. So of course they're going to want to save them. It can also literally just be an enemy going in a direction. Let's say they're being spied on by a big bad of some kind. They figure out that they're being spied through, their character's natural curiosity at what the hell that black van is that's following them around. And they have two options: fight the van, fight the people in the van. Which, if you're a good writer, you can then say, okay, well, that van has a hint as to where to go next. Sure, players can decide not to follow it, but why would they? The trick is to use human nature and player curiosity to your advantage. That's the trick.
Jamming device disabled.
And I'm very good at doing that. I'm incredibly good at using player curiosity to my advantage. It's just environmental storytelling, really. Whew. That was a fun fight. I didn't just become a GM because I wanted to, learn how to GM. I became a GM because I am a writer, and telling stories is fun, and all of my stories are currently in various levels of development hell, so why on earth would I do anything why would I continue to write stories that no one's interacting with? That's the unfortunate thing. What's the point of telling a good story, putting your heart and soul into it, if no one's gonna read it? Stories are meant to be experienced, interacted with. And if no one's going to interact with your story, or no one is interacting, why bother? I haven't told any of the people that... I haven't told any of the players this, but one of the main reasons why I'm trying to GM is because I want one of my fucking stories to finish, man. I want one of my stories to have people try to crack them. To have people experience it and have fun with it. Just one story. That's all I want, man. I want one of my stories to work. And to be fun. That's all. Because telling stories is fun. Genuinely. God, I hate those damn RC cars, man. They are annoying. No. I said no. But yeah. I want to be a GM because I want someone to interact with my story for once. I want to show that I'm a good writer in more ways than here's the story I have planned. I want to be able to prove to mostly myself that I'm a good enough writer to have people want to stick with it. That's a hell of a lot harder than it seems. You can be the best writer on the planet. But if no one's willing to interact with your story, then it frankly doesn't matter. Fucking. What the fuck? Oh. Telling stories is fun. I don't need another reason to make them. But mysteries are a critical part of my story. So if no one's watching them, no one's playing around with them, and there's not really a point to it. It's self-destructive, I know. It's not a positive mindset to have. It's purely negative. An incredibly destructive mindset. But, like... probably talk more about the tabletop that I'm running here soon-ish. But for now, I'm just excited. Genuinely. I am genuinely just fucking excited. And incredibly so. To continue this. And to hopefully have people like it. I can't say for sure. But I can do my best to make a story worth playing. And that's the best I can do. See you later.